and welcome back to one of my favourite electric cars, the Polestar 2. But not just any Polestar 2, not even a souped up dual motor Polestar 2 performance. No, this is the one of a kind Polestar 2 Arctic Circle. You see, Polestar's head chassis engineer is something of a keen rallyist in his free time, and this is his latest in a line of presents to himself. You would if you could, wouldn't you? And to find out just how special this one-off creation is, we've come all the way here to Milton Keynes. No, I'm kidding, we're actually in the Arctic in a place called Jokkmokk, northern Sweden, and we've come here to answer two questions. Number one, why do brands bother with such intense winter testing in such extreme cold places? Number two, just how sideways can I get this thing? The thing is, this arrow straight bit of road is beautiful, but it's not really the ideal place to put this thing through its paces. Ideally, what we need is some sort of, I don't know, gigantic racetrack carved into an ice lake somewhere. That'll do. So, this is the Polestar 2 Arctic Circle. That is the Arctic Circle. And this is fully charged. Oh, I feel better already. Quick thing, before we begin, could you do me a favor and just like this video, subscribe to the channel? It really does help us out. Even better if you could leave a comment down below, because even if that comment says, Jack, you are the jammiest git who ever lived, it really does help the channel. Also, did you know that we put on live shows? Yeah, these are the dates. We're putting them on screen right now. We're doing Farnborough, Amsterdam and San Diego this year. You could come along, meet us, test drive a Polestar 2 or about a million other amazing new electric cars. It's going to be a top day. Anyway, on with the mucking about. I mean, important science research. We're just having a conversation, Joachim.
Yeah, I just make sure
God.
the system is out.
Yeah. So
is.
sideways.
Yeah.
So sideways. So,
right. Yeah.
Joachim,
Yes.
Mr. Chassis Engineer, why is it so important to bring these cars to the Arctic and test them in extreme cold?
There are many reasons. When you drive on ice, you have a lot of time to think about what's happening in the chassis. When it's starts sliding, how it's losing grip, and how it's turning. When you drive on asphalt, for example, everything goes much faster. So here we have time to discuss.
Care to demonstrate?
Of course I can. Here we start. And you see here, I just
I see.
brake smooth, and I can analyze how it turns in.
So we're losing grip at much lower speed because of the low traction, so you can
out the curve.
Oh my goodness me.
And how I can
that's ridiculous.
steer. You feel it, how the chassis works, and turn in. I put the power on.
It's
start
like a
sliding.
dance. Oh, that's beautiful,
Yes.
Joachim.
Turn in like this.
Oh, the boy can
and
drive.
slide a little bit more.
Yeah. I'm supposed to be interviewing you at the moment. So
Yeah,
is it more important to be doing this kind of stuff with electric cars? Is there more to go wrong in the cold or less to go wrong?
I would say it's easier to tune an electric car because you have constant torque, and when you put power on, you have the same torque all the time. When you work with combustion engines, you have turbo pressure or something delay in the system. Here you have direct torque. That makes it a little bit easier.
You're driving sideways with one hand while you're talking.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's a big slide. Right, just while my insides return to the inside, let me give you a little walk around with the Polestar 2 Arctic Circle and tell you about the changes that have been made here. And there's not as many as you might think. Fundamentally, what we're looking at here is a Polestar 2 dual motor performance with a little bit more power and some posh suspension. But if we're going into detail, there's a few more cool bits as well. Starting at the front, we've got to talk about these monster LED lights. Is it even a rally car if you don't mount lights with the power of the sun to the front? Underneath, nice little skid plate just in case things go a bit wobbly. That's made of carbon fibre because of course it is. Around the side, would you just look at these wheels, 19-inch OZ rally wheels wrapped in studded tyres. Suspension, it rides a bit higher than the base Polestar 2 Performance, 30mm higher, and Polestar has a very special relationship with Öhlins, the dampers maker. They do the dampers for the regular Performance Polestar 2, but this one gets a bespoke set. It's 30% softer than the regular car and three-way adjustable, so you can really tweak it to your own preferences. Power, that's been increased from 300 kilowatts to 350. I could feel those extra 50 in my stomach just then while Joachim was sending it around the track. Torque is 501 pounds-feet. It's also stiffer thanks to front and rear strut braces. You can actually see that when you open the boot. Also, in the boot, complimentary carbon fibre snow shovel. Inside, a couple changes of note too. See these paddles? Polestar 2s don't have paddles. Usually, I'm guessing these have been nicked off a Polestar 1, and in here, they control the prototype launch control system. Is that a teaser for a feature we'll be seeing on future Polestars? Maybe. Also, can we just talk about these custom Recaro bucket seats with the matching gold font to match the gold seat belts? Yes, please. So what about this car then? Is there value in doing a one-off build like this in terms of lessons learned, or is this just fun?
No, it's good for lessons learned as well, but of course it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Are you tired or what's up?
You've actually reversed it into that car.
Here we go. No, but of course it's a lot of fun. And at Polestar, we are allowed to have fun.
Oh, that's beautiful. It's like a dance.
Yeah. And if you do your homework, it's easy to dance, and you love to dance with the car. And later on, we will see how you drive this car. And now you have a short introduction how to do.
Yeah, I wish I could say that I know the track now, but I was busy clinching, so I don't.
Okay, yeah, but
no idea.
I will give you some tips during your drive.
I hope you're a patient teacher, because I'm not like this behind the wheel.
You will be. Oh. After one day here, you will drive like a rally pro.
Well, I keep saying this and you keep saying it's fine, but I'm really sorry for crashing your one-of-a-kind toy, Joachim.
Yeah, but shit happens. Floor it. Good. And left foot braking, and kick it, and accelerate. What did you?
Oh! Hey! Oh no!
Driving school.
The car's going to be okay, right?
Yes, it's no problem.
Is it going to back out?
No.
So things are going well so far. I feel we've managed to bank the car in this snowdrift. He's a madman as an instructor. I'm the one trying to calm things down. He's the one going, you know, you're putting me to sleep. Put your foot down. And now we're here. Oh, so many expensive noises. Oh, we back.
Stop.
Let me try not to do that again this week, if avoidable. He's a bad influence.
But we have to analyze what went wrong. Because it's easy to pull out the car again And after lunch, we will continue driving, and you will learn and feel the idea behind the car. But still, we need to be slow in, fast out.
Weirdly, I think as well as the big thing being timing the braking, the steering, hitting that apex, the other thing is, I think when I accelerate, you're telling me floor it and I'm being too gentle, and actually you need all the power to get yourself round.
Turn the car, because we have tuned the torque distribution. So when the driver wants acceleration and use the steering wheel at the same time, the car will go in that direction you point out with the steering wheel. So if you just say, I want to go in that direction, the car does that. But you're a little bit shy and you try to counter steer, and you need to be a little bit more, have a little bit more self-confident when you're driving.
Why is testing in such extreme conditions like this important for someone who's going to buy a Polestar 2 and never go ice driving and never be in -30? The normal customer who's doing normal driving, what benefits do they get from this extreme kind of testing?
Yeah, good question. And if the car works in -30, -35, we are sure that it works in 0 degrees. And if the suspension works in -35, it works in -20 and +20. And if we can find noise in -30, we can work with it, solve it, and then our customers have a quiet car.
I guess it's a bit like when you get in a lift and the sign says maximum capacity 20 people, 2 tons. You're not going to put 20 people in there, but it's nice to know that when you have 10 people in there, it's going to be fine.
Exactly.
You don't. It's nice knowing someone has pushed it way further than you're ever going to push it.
Yes, and that's what we do up here. And that's one of the reasons why we spend month per year up here and do testing, tuning, and optimize the car.
We're back.
Yeah, we're back. When I say accelerate, I mean
Really
hit
excited.
the floor. So you get the rotation in the car and turn. Double apex here, so you go all the way out to the snowbank there.
Okay.
You should be out there,
Yeah,
otherwise
big,
it would be a tight
okay,
curve
big,
here.
big drift. If you can get it right, that's a big drift.
Yeah, exactly. And a little bit higher speed here.
Okay.
Good. Tight in the entrance, and then accelerate. Come on. Beautiful. Floor it.
Left hit?
Floor it. Floor it. And when I say floor it, I mean floor it. There should not be any
I'm still being, it's a powerful car, I'm still being gentle on that throttle, I know.
Yeah, but
There's definitely a lot more power to play with.
when you start, you're driving a four-wheel driven car now, and you have to be a little bit, let's say, I'm the driver.
Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Right, let's get a tidy lap in here. Let's have some neat slides. Is it true that you've done laps around this track, lying in the boot, listening for suspension noise?
Yes. Yes.
Why?
Because I want to know which bushing we have the noise in, and crawl around there.
See this commitment? Do you see
Yeah.
this?
I also sitting in the front, and we take off the hood, and I'm sitting there and listening and try to find where it squeaks a little. But that's the only way to find the problem. And when we find the problem, it's easy to solve it. But you need to find it. And that's the only way. So -30 degrees, sitting in the front and frozen, but you can see the result today. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
I'm on.
Yeah. Stay on the left side.
Stay on the left.
And brake early.
Speed.
Brake. And accelerate. Come on. Yeah. Good. 60. Brake. And accelerate. Nice. And brake. Yeah, but floor. Brake. And accelerate.
happy.
We nailed one curve and missed two.
Oh God, every time.
Yeah.
Whoa!
1.70 seconds. But I know where we lost it, in a third curve.
I know where
you
we
were
lost it.
far out there.
I know where we lost it as well.
Still, you are 5 seconds faster than you were before lunch.
There was a few nice corners in there. It's the classic thing, as soon as we do a really nice corner, you're like, woohoo!
Yeah.
The next one, rubbish.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a day. Concluding thoughts on the Polestar 2 Arctic Circle, then I'll take it. I want one. I might get some weird looks driving around Hackney with my studded tyres, but I don't care. It's the best thing I've ever driven, and that's potentially partly because I've driven it on an ice lake. That may add some bias, but there's two things I've noticed about this. One is how different it is to the standard Polestar 2, and one is how similar it is. What you notice first of all is the massive power increase, the grip from those studded tyres and that softer suspension, which is a good thing in rally driving. And it does make it a lot better around here. We've got a standard Polestar 2 Performance we've been going around the track on as well, and it feels a lot slower compared to this thing. But actually, so much is shared across the two cars. The steering is straight off the regular Polestar 2, so are the brakes, and just the balance of that chassis. All of that comes in the regular car, and it is testament to the work that Polestar does here. The thing is, and we were just discussing this inside, most people aren't going to take their Polestar 2 sideways on an ice lake, but that one snow day a year where you're like, ooh, can I do the school run? Is it going to make it up that icy hill? Yes, it is, and you can be confident that it will, because that madman has spent months of a year going very sideways on an ice lake just for you. So there we go, the Polestar 2 Arctic. So this has been one of the best things I've ever done in my stupid little life, and we've got a couple of hours of sunlight left, so if you'll excuse me, I'm off to drain the battery. Oh, Joachim, what a day, mate. Thank you so much. That was incredible. Is there any chance you could just pop us down to the old airport? Is that... No? Really? Is that how this works? We spend the day filming your creation and you send us on our way? Oh, brilliant. Yeah, no, good. Yeah, that's good. Okay, cheers, mate. See you next time. Never mind, can't complain too much. If you don't see me on the channel again, it's because I've turned into a jaxicle. But let these be my final words. If you have been, thank you for watching. Absolute cheek, honestly.
Well, if you enjoyed that episode with Jack and how does he get in those cars, because honestly, he is still growing to this day. Anyway, there's another episode with Jack there. There's a brilliant episode there, one of our latest. Up there, you can subscribe to Fully Charged, and that is our Patreon link.